Well, hi and welcome to my wintry office. June is the time of year when the Dusky Antechinus run across the trails. It's the only time I really see them, and I've never been able to capture them running across the trail on film. So that's what we're going to attempt over the next 4 days. I've taken 2 extra days off, so it's Saturday today. Because of COVID and we got this lockdown, work have asked if I wanted to take some time off. Okay, I will. So that's what we're going to try and achieve in these 4 days. Work hard with it, but it's so hard because you've got a split second as they go across the trail. They may see you and turn back, and then you just sit there and wait, and hopefully they come back again. But it's all a challenge, that is for sure. So my plan is using the R6 because of its low light capabilities, amazing low light capabilities in a forest environment. I've been testing it out. I can get up to a bit over 3000 ISO, amazing. But normally, like this morning, very dark, dim, foggy, 2500 is plenty, and it's just clean of noise. Right, it's time to get moving on. Now there's 4 places where they cross the trails, and I see this regularly year after year after year. As you're coming up to them, be ready, turn the camera on, just be 100% ready as I can, and then walk all the way to the back of the reserve after that. And then I'll be checking up on my trail cameras that I have in the nesting boxes, because it's also the time of year that females start revisiting their old nesting sites, start repairing the old nest and scent marking that it's theirs, they own it. And over the last few weeks I've been watching out for this happening, and one female in nesting box number 2 decided to start revisiting that. So was it a week ago I put trail camera in, so we need to go and check that out and see how many times a day she's coming in, checking it out, or actually rebuilding the nest, all those sort of things. Nesting box number 1 hasn't had anything there, but I'm going to put a new trail camera in there, just see what's happening. Now normally what I do to build up to this, so I'm not wasting batteries and that with my trail cameras, I put leaves in the openings. So just get a big leaf, fold it over, shove it in, and if it's gone, I know there's activity happening. That hasn't been happening just yet with nesting box number 1, but we're going to just set the camera up anyway, be ready for it. And where I usually stop in the reserve is about 70 metres in, and just try and tune into nature by listening to the birds and switching on and switching off from the outside world. That happens to be the second location where the Dusky cross the trails. And what I neglected to say at the start is it's mainly the males that I see. They're very, very active in June, because July, at the start or towards the end, is breeding season for them as well as the Agile Antechinus. So they're fattening themselves up, getting ready to die. Do their bit and then die. So highly active. Occasionally I've caught little snippets of film of them in amongst the rubbish, trying to find a bit of food. Now if I can get that, that'd be great as well. They're so elusive all the time. I just haven't been able to study them like I have the Agile, that's for sure. I just get fleeting glances. Right, just a totally different character. So we will persevere, but just at the minute I'm just trying to tune into nature. You can hear the white-eared honeyeater chirping away, chattering away. But yeah, we're very, very close to breeding season. Talking to the camera ain't getting me tuned into nature, so I'm signing off. There. I have lucked out in nesting box number 2. And what's happened is there was 4 straight days of a bit of activity, a female coming in. It was obvious that she was interested in the nesting site, but the nest's in really bad condition as well. I think I'm going to have to clean this one out, put some new leaves in. That'll really encourage this female to take this nesting site up, so that I can continue studying them, and hopefully even maybe, you know, it might take up as a quick communal nest again like I had last year, where the males were coming in and breeding with the females. You know, you just never know you're lucky, but you've got to keep trying these things. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop waffling. I'll clean that out. Actually, I'll clean it out later on today when it's a bit warmer. It's not raining, hopefully, because I've got a special tool. It's what you pick papers up with, one of those little claw things, save you bending over. I'm hoping I can get in there properly and just pull the whole nest out. Well, this is nesting box number 1. What it looks like inside. I've got my little torch going here so we can see. It needs cleaning out, definitely. So there'll be a lot of insects and crap in there. That is for sure. Let's turn that off. But we'll need to clean it out. There's no doubt about it. It's not very inviting for a female to come and nest there. And, right, get off this slippery platform. Very, very slippy, greasy. Oh, because it's winter, to give it a bit of a scrape so I don't fall off, because I am actually 3 meters off the ground. I've cleaned out nesting box number 2. I've been walking around getting some dry leaves, gum leaves. 100% gum leaves is what the Agile makes its nest out of. So I've got a nice selection there, and I'm about to drop them down in there. That will give a female a really good start. I always grab about 50. I just pick them off on the shrubs and that are around the place and smaller trees. They get caught up. They dry out overnight because it did rain last night, and yeah, because it's got a bit of breeze and they're hanging, they dry out really quick, rather than getting the ones that are on the ground that are damp. Now, Agile makes their nest in a dome shape, so normally that would be covered, but because this became a communal nest during the summer months, females have just wrecked it, and now it's all open. So yeah, normally completely covered over the top, and there'd be an entrance at the side here. It's all made out of gum leaves, dry gum leaves, 100%, as you can see. That's both nesting boxes ready for action, and a job done and out of the way. I have something very exciting to share with you. It's not about the Dusky though, it's about the Agile Antechinus. Now, nesting box number 2 is just behind me here, and I've just come to check the camera to see, you know, because I put those new leaves in there last night, just to see whether there was any activity going on in there. So yeah, I just put my bag on the ground, and out the corner of my eye I saw an Agile Antechinus shoot up the side. So I quickly turned on the 7D Mark II, that's the old camera, the R6, pointed it at the entrance and waited for this young female to shoot up and go in, and she did. Awesome. This is really exciting, and I hope this goes full term with a first time mother building a nest and bringing up her young. Bound to be a very interesting story, whether she's going to stuff things up or whether she's going to be an awesome mum. Yeah, can't wait. I haven't had this before, because it's always been 2-year-olds or 3-year-olds that I've followed bringing up their young inside my nesting boxes. Early-ish last night, I'd come and had a good look at the nest and then come back and started building it. She's very excited about getting such prime real estate as a you know, still a juvenile. Once she's pregnant, we'll call her an adult. Now, the footage I've been getting from what I had from last week was an adult female, at least 3 years old. It could be a fight here for nesting rights. Be going to be interesting to follow it. You wouldn't believe it, but I've struck it lucky in nesting box number 1 as well. An older female, quite large actually, and it'll be interesting to follow her. Fingers crossed both of them go long term. We get to see right through to the end. But you know, we'll take what we're given. But it's exciting, and it always amazes me. You come out to look for one thing and you find something else. But definitely getting rid of the old nests has made a big difference. Straight away they've been taken up. Awesome. Alright, waffling on now. I'm going to start heading back out of the reserve, keeping my eye out for the Dusky crossing the trails. Well, that was the most unexpected storm and the most ferocious storm I have ever lived through. It has just caused devastation right throughout the whole Dandenong Ranges and in my reserve. I've already showed you the trees down everywhere. Heavy, heavy rain. Ferocious gale force winds that both of them did not let up for those full 24 hours. Just an hour ago it stopped, and it's just gone dead quiet. It's just from one extreme to the other, but it may start raining again. But anyway, it's okay at the minute. I have no power, no internet, no phone reception. I can't go driving up to the next towns or go to work like I'm supposed to today. The roads are blocked in every direction, and that with trees down, power lines down, and that goes right through the whole Dandenong Ranges area. There's just devastation everywhere. Now, even though we've had tons of trees come down in the reserve, my nesting boxes managed to survive. So thank goodness for that for me anyway. And with the trees down, you know, it's devastating, but man, it has made the birds happy, because there's lots of insects looking to find new homes now, so they're having a feast. There's lots of flooding in the reserve as well, so there's lots of insects come up onto grasses. They're stuck, they're surrounded by water. Well, we certainly have come to the end of this wildlife story, but it isn't the end for my studying of the Agile Antechinus and the Dusky. Just the beginning of a new season. Right, so that's all I've got for you today. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel and get more of this amazing stuff, whether it's in the rain, in the heat, or in the freezing cold, click on my pretty little face just down in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Hit the little bell, you'll get notification whenever I do anything else. And if you want to go and have a look at all the other mad and crazy things I've been doing in the past, click on my icon right here at the end of this video. It'll take you to my channel. I talk about photographing, filming in a forest environment, go on holidays and on little adventures, and I take you with me. Go have a browse, there'll be something there of interest to you, I am sure. Stay safe, stay away from that coronavirus stuff. And always remember, if you don't do, you don't get. So get out there and start photographing and filming wildlife, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.